the mysterious, the macabre, the out of this world. The following are real people. They have real stories, and they've had real encounters. Here tonight on Newsworthy, 2 words and 2 question marks.
He's alive! Have you checked the children? Get out!
Good evening, and welcome to Encounters. Tonight, Jerry talks to Janet, who had a brilliant encounter that you're going to want to listen to. Also, just want to remind everybody as we get into November that in December we are going to take a full 2 week hiatus from the podcast. Please don't run away. Please come back in January because in January well, let's just say we have a big surprise. Now, on to Jerry and on to Miss Janet.
Hello, it's Jerry back here again from Hocking Hills Bigfoot Festival in MacArthur, Ohio. Once again, we're fortunate enough to have a beautiful young lady that's decided to be kind enough to stop and share her story with us. First of all, what brought you to the Hocking Hills Bigfoot Festival today?
Oh, my family. They think I'm crazy, so they wanted to bring me to the Bigfoot Festival.
There you go. Were they trying to straighten you out, or were they trying to entertain you? What do they think?
Me, I think.
Okay, I got you. It's a little warmer today than yesterday, but still a beautiful place to be. A great way to spend August Saturday, don't you think?
Yes.
So if you're in the area, stop by and see us. But we're not here just to promote the festival. I understand you have a story of your own that you'd like to share.
I do.
Tell us about it.
Okay, this has been about 12 years ago. I live in Zanesville, Ohio now, but
Sure.
I used to live at Nashport, close to the Dillon Lake area.
Right.
And we had a big woods behind our house. And so we had lived there for a few years, and my daughter lived in Kentucky, and she was up, and then she had moved up with us. And she was visiting one of her friends down here in the southern part of Ohio. I'm not sure where it was, around Caldwell. No, not Caldwell. Circleville area.
Okay.
So she came back and she says, "Mom, look at these handprints on my Jeep." And we went out and looked, and there was these huge handprints all over her Jeep and on her tire cover on the back of the Jeep.
Right.
Huge. And I said, "Well, you don't have to worry about that. There's none of those around here." And so just a few days later, these episodes started happening at our place, and we noticed these big, huge, they're greasy like handprints on our vinyl siding on the house and on the unattached garage, and we couldn't get them off. I mean, we used Google and different stuff.
I'll
It's
be
just
darned.
greasy. And so we would hear these grunting at night, and
Oh, no.
and pushing against the siding, something pushing against the siding on our house.
Oh, they were actually up at the house.
At the house.
Okay.
And in the mornings we would get up, and when the dew was on, we could see these huge, big footprints outside all in our grass. And I measured them. I think one was 17 inches long.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah,
Huge foot.
huge ones. So,
By the way, sorry to interrupt, but were you scared? Was this
not
unnerving?
really. We were kind of just not really
Kind of in
scared.
awe?
No, we're just kind of fascinated.
Okay.
You know?
Okay.
But anyhow, it was kind of crazy.
Very much so.
Yeah, my grandson came up and stayed all night too. He was about 14 or 15, and listening to that and everything. And so, my son-in-law didn't believe me, so he put a 5-gallon bucket out in the woods, and put a whole bunch of candy and all kinds of stuff in there, and put a camera on it. Well, the next morning we got up, everything was blown out of the bucket, and there was no picture. It had moved. The bucket had moved. The camera had moved.
My goodness. I think you said that you actually saw them at one point.
Yes, I did. My daughter would go out and pound on the deck. She pounded 3 times, and then we would listen, and it was too long to be an echo. And then there would be a pound back from the woods. She did that several times.
It was communicating with you.
And so one morning, she smoked, and she was outside, and I heard this blood-curdling scream, and she came running in the house, and she said this Bigfoot had stepped out from behind our unattached garage, and she saw it.
Oh my
And
goodness.
we would sit on the porch at night, and we could hear all these sticks cracking down behind the garage. It was walking back and forth and back and forth. And,
Well.
yeah. So, and then one day she was on the deck, and she said, "Come here, Mom." She said, "There's behind our neighbor's shed." And we were watching, and 2 of them, I think they were juveniles because they weren't all that tall.
Right.
They ran out from the neighbor's shed and down to the woods. And one was slightly ahead of the other one. And in just a couple of seconds, they were gone, just that fast.
The way you describe it, it almost sounds like a couple of kids playing.
Yes, we said we kidded her because we called the Bigfoot, we called him Henry because of Harry
Okay.
and Henderson's.
Yep.
And she said, "Oh, he brought a couple of his kids to meet me."
Yeah, certainly would seem that way.
But yeah, so it was quite a time. But we sold that house and have moved since then. And
You told me that you actually have some pictures of
I
the
do
prints
have pictures. I have pictures of the prints. I couldn't find them, of course,
before you
I
came, but she's going to try to find them. And hopefully by the time we air this, that we will have those pictures that we can put up with it.
Yeah.
Absolutely fantastic story. One last question for you. Since that's happened, you probably told this story several times. You may have had people that you told it to that were skeptics or
Yes.
skeptical. Possibly might even have some among our listeners, although I doubt it because our listeners are into
Right.
this. But what would you say to those skeptics?
Well, I think you have to see it yourself to believe it.
Absolutely.
You can't tell other people.
Absolutely.
Now, my daughter and some of them have come around and they're believing. Because after that, someone had reported seeing a Bigfoot standing on the gravel bar down there at Dillon.
Close by.
Some man.
That reminds me of a question I meant to ask earlier. Your daughter went to Southern Ohio to visit some friends.
Right.
How far, roughly, would you guess that was from your house? Because they followed her home.
Yes.
How far a distance?
That would be, I don't know, 100 miles?
Oh, my
I'm
goodness.
Not sure. It was
Yeah, I knew
from
it was.
Zanesville
Yeah.
down to southern part
Yeah,
of Ohio.
I'm not exactly sure where Zanesville is. I have a general idea, and I
Yes.
knew it wasn't
Yeah.
a mile or 2 away.
Yeah.
100 miles away, roughly, and they followed her home, found her. We've heard that more than once.
Either they followed her home or they were all somewhat, they smelled the smell. That's what we
Something.
were wondering. If they smelled the smell on
Possibly.
the Jeep.
Possibly.
Yeah.
Who knows?
I don't know.
Miss Janet, we certainly appreciate your story. One of the more interesting stories that we've heard. Thank you so much. We appreciate it, and you have a great day.
Thank you.
Thanks for checking out Encounters this evening. We couldn't do this without our wonderful sponsors, USA Mortgage, the home of possibility. Reach out to Ed Locke at 502-680-0953 for all things mortgage related. And Smoking Gun Jerky. They are an online business, unless you live in Lincoln, Nebraska, where you can get over 50 different types of jerky, including seasonings, recipes, marinades. Be sure to use the code CRYPTID10 for all things jerky and at a great discount. And Jerry, if you can't see the light,
Be the light.